Hey, 6th grade. Today I want you to work on the Thinking Blocks Ratios website. When you follow the link, up at the top it'll look like this. And then you need to scroll down, and there's a blue Play Now, big rectangle in the middle of my screen. You're going to click on Play Now, and then it'll pop up. Give it a chance to load, and then there's a yellow arrow pointing to the right. I'm going to press on that. Okay. When
Let's
you
get started.
do this, yours will look empty. There will be no stars. Today you're going to work for 25 minutes. You're going to take a screenshot, and then you are going to submit that screenshot to show me that you worked on this. So here we go. We're going to go up into the top left. We're going to click right on the orange rectangle that says missing quantity. If you want, it will read it to you next to the house in the top right. There's a little speaker button. If you press that, it'll read it to you. Right? Otherwise, I'm going to read. It says, Tori and Devin shared some games in the ratio 8-5. If Devin had 30 games, how many games did Tori have? I see on the right side that there are some blue rectangles, Tori's and Devin's. Right? If I go back into the words, Tori got mentioned first. So I'm going to put Tori on the top, and I'm going to put Devin on the bottom. And then I see it said in the ratio 8:5, 8-5, because that's 2 dots. So I'm going to put 8 squares on the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for Devin was mentioned second, and the second number was 5, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to press the green check mark. Awesome. If you get numbers over on the side, that means you did it right. Next it says if Devin had 30 games. I'm going to grab this 30 and I'm going to put it on the top. And then the question mark I'm going to put down on the bottom. So I'm going to press the check mark. Oh, something's wrong. See those red arrows? Right? That means that something's wrong. So if I look at this 30, it was on the top, which means Tori. But if I reread the words up on the top, it says if Devin had 30 games. So the 30 shouldn't go on the top. The 30 should go on the bottom because that's where Devin is. Then I can switch them and press the green check mark. Great. Okay, now I've got some other tools. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's some numbers there. Underneath where it says thinking blocks, there's an eraser, a pencil, and reset. I'm going to grab my pencil. I notice that this 30 goes to 5 blocks. So if I want to figure out what goes inside each block, I'm going to do 30 split into, sorry, trying to do a divide. It's not very easy to do. 30 divided by 5. 30 split into 5. And you can use your brain or you can use a calculator, but you got to get the right answer. It's 6. So I'm going to write 6 in every single one of those. And then I'm going to write 6 in every single one on the top. All right. So now I need to figure out how many games does Tori have. So now I need to figure out how many are up here. So I could skip count by 6. Or I can count the 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 6 times 8. And I can use a calculator, or I can use my brain, but I got to get the right answer. That's 48. So to put the answer in, I just press the numbers, and then I can press the green check mark, and I got it right. Right? So I'm going to press the blue arrow, and I want you to notice that down in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a star. That's what I want. I want to get stars. That shows that I answered it correctly. If I press the house in the top right, now you can see on the main screen, there's a star underneath missing quantity, right? I'm going to look at the next one too. You can do any of them on here that you want, but it starts off in the top left and it's easy or easier, and then it gets more difficult as you go through these. I'm going to click on total next. All right, for every 5 books that Julian sold, Will sold 2. Julian sold 55 books last month. How many did they sell in all? Okay, so going back to the first sentence, Julian got mentioned first, so he goes on top, and then Will. And then it says for every 5 books that Julian sold. So that's going to be 5. 3, 4, 5. And Will sold 2. 1, 2. Green check mark. Julian sold 55 books last month. But look at this. There's a new spot on this side. And you might notice that there's kind of that line that goes up and the line that goes down. That means the top row plus the bottom row. The top row was Julian. The bottom row was Will. The question says how many did they sell in all? All right, all together means both. right? It's Julian plus Will. If I put the question mark here, it means both of them together, top plus bottom. Then I'm going to grab this 55 and I'm going to put it on top. The words in the problem said Julian sold 55 books last month. Julian was on top, so I put the 55 there. Check mark. Great. I can grab my pencil tool again. So this says 55 total, and that's 5 blocks. So this is 55 split into 5. That's 11. So 11 goes in every single one. So there are a couple of different ways to get the final answer. One of them is to say, well, Julian sold 55, so Will sold 22, and 55 plus 22 is 77. That's one way. Another way is to just look at how many 11s I have all together, right? So if I look at all those 11s, Julian has 5 11s, Will has 2 11s, that's 7 11s. So that's going to be 7 repeats, or 7 times 11, which is 77. So I'm going to put 77 in that blank, and notice that was the same as when I added them together. Press the green check mark. Yep, I got it right. So if you are working from home, set a timer and do 25 minutes. Get as much done as you can. Then take a screenshot, and you're going to turn it in to the Friday, January 14th folder. All right, good luck.